Hey guys, here it is finally. This is my BCD to 7 segment display driver circuit. I'm using a Nexus 4 development board and it has an RTX 7 FPGA on it. So the basic idea of this circuit is that we take BCD input from the switches and display that as decimal on the 7 segment display. So I can input some binary here, so it's a 1 when it's lit up green. What you'll end up with is something displayed on the screen. I have a you see this little pattern here is for unknown values, so if I take this back, we deal with just the first digit. We go from 1, count up, and of course once we get past 9, then we're into unknown. So anyway, what I found really interesting about this circuit is actually how you have to drive this display. So basically all the you decide what segments need to be lit up, and that wiring is common across all 8 segments, all 8 digits. So the idea is you drive one input that tells the display which segments should be lit up on an individual digit, and then you drive another input to the display which tells it what digit should actually be lit up. And you do this rapidly enough and you get the illusion of all 8 digits being lit up simultaneously, but they're actually not. So I've put a button in that slows the clock right down so you can see this scanning process happening. If I hold that down, now what's happening is that whole process is slowed down and you can see each individual digit. When I let go of the button, the clock gets sped back up, and this is now happening so quickly that the digits appear continuously lit. So I've put a value in. Let's get some input going. Yeah, that'll do. So again, I can slow the circuit right down and you'll see that what is actually happening is each individual digit is being drawn one at a time. So that's it. The next step for this circuit is that I want to actually put a binary to BCD converter in the middle of this. So I'll extend the circuit so that I can input an actual large binary value using the switches, and then have the result displayed as decimal on the 7 segment screen. After that, what I actually want to try and do is hook up a CPU core, maybe some 6502, something like that, and then see whether I can get code running, or code run by the CPU to actually output something meaningful. So yeah, that's it. It's been a lot of fun. Loads more learning to do, and yeah, check out my blog for more updates. So I'll see you shortly. So this is my BCD to 7 segment display driver circuit misbehaving. So I'm running it from a really fast clock, and what seems to happen, there's a few things that go wrong. Firstly, it's kind of hard to see on this video, but the display segments themselves are very dim, and that's because they're only being driven for a very short time. So I understand that the brightness doesn't have time to ramp up. What I don't understand is that when I pass the circuit an input, say I pass it binary 1, so instead of getting what I'd expect, which would be 7 zeros and a 1, I get these 7 ones, and this seems to hold true for any of the other input values. So if I try 2, it's a little bit hard to see there, but there is actually, let's see if I can zoom in, there is actually a very faint 2. It's as if all the input values are getting spread across the whole display, and that I don't quite understand why that is happening. For example, so each set of 4 switches controls 1 digit. So again, if I make the second digit 1, I seem to get, again, it's like the digits spread across the whole screen. If I make the second digit 1 and the first digit 2, it almost looks like it is just superimposing all these outputs. So that's a bit puzzling. I'm not sure why that's happening. If anyone has any ideas, I'd love to hear them. I think it's got something to do with timing. It's as if the output is being spread across multiple clock cycles, maybe. I'm not sure. So if anyone's got any insight on that, I'd love to hear it.